Is audible? Hello, good morning to everybody. Hello, it is audible?
Yes. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Here, yesterday, a small concept we are discussing. Oracle 19C is a database software. What is the purpose of this database software means? It is used to store data permanently in hard disk in a secondary storage devices. If you want to operate this Oracle database, we are using SQL, PLSQL, and dynamic SQL languages we are learning. Okay, we are telling only yesterday, small concept. Again, what I am telling, if you before we are going to start those type of database softwares, better to know some terminology. What is data? Yesterday I'm telling. What is information? I'm telling. What is data? I'm telling. Meaning is not there. Primitive data types are nothing but data. I'm telling. Actually, yesterday, what is the example? Suppose 80 I'm typing only in my screen. Whenever I'm typing about 80 means that is the informational data. Yesterday you are telling about data. Why? Because this 80 is not a meaning. Okay, so maybe number, that's all. Collection of numbers, collection of strings, collection of dates, collection of booleans. There is no meaning only. That's why that is called a data only. Collection of raw facts. Okay. This is called a data. Yesterday, this small concept I'm telling. Again, what I'm telling about yesterday, meaningful data. This meaningful data is called information I'm telling. Just observe it here in this 80 above, anybody giving you any name, for example, easiness purpose, marks I'm giving means just, oh, maybe this 80 is a marks, you are understandable, every end user understandable. That's why this meaningful data is called information. Information I'm telling only up to this one I'm telling. Just information is nothing but a meaningful data is called information I'm telling. In yesterday, information is nothing but meaningful data is called information I'm telling. This data or information stored in an organization someplace only, that is called data store mechanisms I'm telling. Data store mechanisms. What is data store mechanisms? It is a place where we can store data or information I'm telling. But unfortunately, in every organization, three ways they are storing a data or information in a data store. Yes, one is books and papers, another one is flat files, another one is nowadays you are learning about databases. Are there no database? These type of softwares only. Before we are going to start these databases, we are learning this flat file mechanism, what are the drawbacks only, then easily understandable. Okay, first time newcomer learning like that. Up to this one yesterday, this small concept I am telling only. Yes, sir. First, we are not telling about books and papers. This is outdated. Why? Because whenever computerized system is there in organizations, through the computerized systems, what type of data store mechanisms are there, we are learning only. That is our responsibility. That's why here flat files we are starting only. And now here, this is 1960 before only flat files they are using. Nowadays, nobody using a flat file mechanism, flat file approach. Better to know just a little bit of knowledge based only these concepts. Write it, flat files. Flat files means files on flat files. Now actually what is flat files means nothing is there, files only. And now slowly observe here, what is flat file mechanism means nothing is there. Suppose okay, this mechanism nowadays database softwares are there, Oracle, SQL Server, DB2, these softwares through we are storing a data or information permanently in a hard disk. Okay, very easy. But in a olden days means 1960 before, prior to 1960, prior to, so now here 1960 organizations uses flat file approach for storing data or information in a data store mechanism side. Observe it here. What is flat file mechanism means files. Within a files only data is storing permanently. That is also permanently data is there. Suppose today I am storing the data, after 1 year also the data is there. Okay, that is also permanent is there. In a future databases also permanent is there. But unfortunately, why they are not preferring nowadays these flat file mechanism means so many drawbacks are there. But what is this flat file mechanism is simple. Suppose you are a latest programmer also, you are understandable very easy. Suppose And now check it out. Maybe so many fellows are having ideas, C language, C++, Java, .NET, these type of languages are there. For example, through the C language, I want to store data in a permanently in a where in a C colon, D colon, E colon, in a anywhere also in operating system side, file side means how can I suppose you are a C language programmer, for example. Okay, fine. In this C language programmer, they are writing a what program. So suppose here you are a C language programmer, how you are writing the program. So now here a wide main like this only. And now here, this is a program. What is the purpose of this program? Actually, in a your computer system, in a D colon, C colon, for example, this hard disk is there. Okay. So now how much is observed here? Hard disk is there. In this hard disk, E colon, D colon, anywhere also, you want to store some file data permanently. Okay. Some data or information I want to store in a where? In a hard disk only. Now, a C programmer, how they are storing about this data or Java, .NET, that programming languages through possible only. Okay. But how they are storing the data means, now check it out, wide main, for example. Maybe anybody C language, they are good means they are defining a what file structure like this. File pointer they are creating. Okay, fine. This is the file pointer way. And now they are creating. And now here file pointer is equal to F open is a method is there. And the location they are writing only, file name they are writing like this. And now here in a extension, and now here a write mode, read mode, so many things are there. Here while some loops are there, through that one F write, F read, so many functions are there. No, through that functionality they are writing a coding. Whenever they are specifying a what file name here is based on the path, I am not writing total program, and now then automatically this file is physically created in a hard disk. This file is physically created in a where hard disk only, and now file one dot txt like. Now through the programming only they are reading a data, writing a data or anything, so many things are there. Then only the data is storing into where in this file physically. This is called secondary storage devices only. In this file only permanently data or information is storing. Okay, fine. But unfortunately, these type of mechanisms in a olden days, 1960 before, through the programming languages, this is a language only. In a programming language they are using. Yes, programs through only, now programs, big programs they are writing. Through the programs only, they are storing a what data in a hard disk only, in a secondary storage devices. Data or information permanently is called flat file approach. But through the programs, we are storing a data. Okay, data is storing, but unfortunately, so much of difficult this one. Programming, writing a program through that one, we are handling data not so easy. So many drawbacks are there. Through that drawbacks only in a 1960, okay, so now one so special type of softwares they are introducing, that is the DBMS software. Through that one databases we are learning on. And now here that's why what you are understandable based on that one only. Oh, maybe through the programming languages we are storing a what data or information into file in a secondary storage devices. These type of mechanisms are called flat file approach in a project side. But nowadays nobody using only these type of approach. It's very easy in a future. Okay, databases, you have an idea. Through the databases, very easy way we are storing a data or retrieving a data. So many things are there. Through the programs means difficult only. That's why flat file approach is outdated also. Just the introduction point of view, we are learning only. Write it, some theory, write it. Prior to, write it, prior to 1960, organizations uses flat file approach, for data management. This is a, write it, this is a traditional, olden days, okay, traditional This is a traditional mechanism which is used to store data or information permanently in secondary storage devices by using application programs in high level languages. Application programs in high level languages. Now screen observe it. Suppose you are a okay, nowadays latest programmer means C, C++, Java, this type of languages. So old and days, Ada, Pascal, these type of languages are there. And now here, suppose you are writing a big application program. You are a flat file programmer, for example. File program you are writing. Whenever you are writing this one, automatically some file is created in a hard disk. Okay, fine. Now in a disk only, hard disk only, some file is created. Okay, fine. Now in this file only data is storing. Okay, fine. This is the way data is storing. This data or information here, data only. Okay. But this is permanently there. Today you are storing also, maybe after 3 years, 4 years also, the data is available. Okay. Same like a databases. But what the problem is, through the programs we are storing data means difficult really. Now here in a bookish knowledge, I am telling only what are the drawbacks are there. Through that drawbacks only, we are learning database softwares. And now here, just some drawbacks only I am telling. Flat file drawbacks. Disadvantages. Flat file approach, disadvantages. Why disadvantages means next diagrams are there. Now, what are the disadvantages are there when we are storing a data through the file programs means, observe it here. Yes, here, very easy only, some terminology, very important. First one is data retrieval. Second one is data redundancy, is a terminology, redundancy. Third one is data integrity, is a terminology, integrity. Another one is data security. Another one is data indexing. How many problems are there? These problems easy, first time newcomers also understandable. Data indexing. This terminology very helpful in a future database side. Write it. Flat file approach. Drawbacks are there like this. Data retrieval, data redundancy, data integrity, data security, data indexing. What is these problems? I will tell you why these problems also you are understandable later diagrammatically. Okay. Through these problems, they are introducing these type of special database softwares. Okay. Yeah. And now disadvantages. Finished this one. Data retrieval, data redundancy, data integrity, data security, data indexing. Now easily you are understandable. Anybody doesn't know anything also easily understandable. That much of easy database systems. And now here. Now check it out. First one, data retrieval. Data retrieval. Side heading, data retrieval. What is retrieval means? What is the meaning of the retrieval? Everyone knows, every computer students, well-known persons. Retrieval means fetching data. So now here retrieving means fetching data only. We are fetching a data. We are retrieving a data. And now check it out. What is the problem with the olden days? How much easy nowadays? Observe it here. Suppose data retrieval means observe it fetching data. Suppose You are a flat file programmer. You are struggling, you are writing a what in a project side, big program, C program, Java program, in a program, for example. Whenever you are writing a what a big program, automatically whatever file name we are specifying, that file is created in a hard disk. Okay, fine. From that file only, in this file data is storing. Okay, fine. Yes, data is storing. For example, this is a flat file. Okay. Now suddenly, okay, these are employee numbers, these are employee names and salaries, for example. Suddenly your manager asking a what a report. Yes, so only, okay, so now who are getting a what? So now here some salaries and employee names. I want to display these employee names and also these salaries I want to retrieve from this file only and generate a report they are asking. Whenever they are asking means what is the problem? They want to, the data is there in a where? In a files only, in a hard disk. Okay, fine. Now I want to display these details in a where? User interface. Now, but unfortunately, you are a C programmer, for example, C programmer, okay, flat file programmer. And now, okay, then how can I retrieve the what data means? Not so easy. Again, they are writing a big program. Suppose in a C programmer means fwrite is a function is used to store the data into file. Fread is a function is there that is retrieving a data. So now here you are maybe the advanced programmer familiar. Fread is a function is there. That's why some program they are writing. Again, application program they are writing. Yes, through this program only so many things they are using, then automatically, okay, so your programs are retrieving a data, retrieve data, fetch the data possible, but that is difficult, very difficult way we are writing a big application programs in a high level languages. This is the problem in a very flat file approach. But unfortunately, nowadays, very easy only. Suppose in a future, you are a database programmer. Suppose here, these are the databases. In a future, you are familiar. This is a database programmer. In a future, you are learning about Oracle software, for example. And now this is a, and now here database software. Okay, fine. Yes, here these are the database software. Whenever a database software is there, and now here, yes, here 1960 onwards, you want to retrieve the data means here also in a hard disk only data is there, some place only where it will be data is there. Later I will tell you. I want to fetch the data from the where database means just you are not required to write a big programs. Just you are writing a what a small piece of coding only. Just here, this type of single line of codings only. And now this SQL language is there. And now through that one only, just we are typing a what some commands only, and now automatically retrieve the data. Observe here. Somewhere the data is there in a hard disk. That is also the data very easily we are fetching a what data from the where somewhere. And now here, yes, here how much easy here we are not writing in a program only. Just you are writing a what some command. This is called SQL language. These commands through we are retrieving data. That's why compared to programming languages, these commands are very easy. How you are writing these commands, you have an idea. Anybody also explaining this is the way we are writing means you are also, I am also in a non-technical person also easily they are okay applying a what that commands means automatically retrieve the data. That much of easy. That is internally server is take care, but explicitly very easy only. That's why data retrieval means fetching a data. Yes, if you want to store data from a file by using a flat file approach, compulsory we are using a big programs only. That's why that is a difficult compared to where database approach. Database approach means by using a SQL language we are using in a feature. Okay, how much easy concept that one. And now just a small theory, write it. Data retrieval. If you want to fetch, retrieve means fetch. If you want to fetch data from flat file means file only, don't worry. Flat file, then we must develop application programs in high level languages. High level languages means programming languages, don't. Whereas means in a feature, okay. Whereas Whereas in database approach, database means in a feature concept, don't worry. Whereas in database approach, if you want to fetch data, from database, some database is there, don't worry, from database, then we are using SQL language. Then we are using SQL language. Then we are using SQL language. Okay, now these type of things, anybody reading articles also easily understandable. And now check it out. Next one, very important, data redundancy. Through this data redundancy today, database related concepts I'm telling, then that is better. Normally this is the way we are reading, means no use. And now write it, second one, data redundancy. Data redundancy. Data redundancy. What is a redundancy means? Don't write it, just observe it here. Redundancy means duplicate data. So now here redundancy means duplicate data only actually. But duplicate data is not a biggest problem. Really, duplicate data also there in a future you are learning a databases. In that databases also duplicate data is there. But what is the biggest problem? Is from the duplicate data, some other problem is there in a flat file. That is I will tell you today. That problem is not there in a databases. That other problem. Why that is not there? I am telling just a small concept. Then through that one, today very important concept I am telling only through that one. Commit is a command is there in a technically in a databases. Commit means save, rollback means cancel. That is diagrammatically and practically I am showing what that is better, because these type of concepts are very helpful in a future technically. And now concentrate here. Data redundancy. And now here simple, observe here. Suppose for example side, I am a flat file programmer, olden days programmer, flat file programmer. Okay, flat file programmer. 1960 before we are storing a what data, imagination like this, flat file programmer. In my company, so my manager asking, Murali, some bookstore is there. Whatever available books, data or information is available, that information or data storing in a file only by using some programming languages. They're asking, okay, fine. Slowly observe here. In that flat file approach, I am a programmer, means I am writing a program. Programs I am not telling, just observe here. Whenever I am writing a what program, then automatically some file is created in a hard disk. Okay, fine. This is olden days technology. Observe here. This is a book file.txt, for example. Okay, fine. In this one, just here automatically, okay, I'm writing a coding means automatically the data is storing. Suppose here I'm storing a what book ID, here book name, here type of the book, author of the book. So now here, yes, this type of details I'm storing. Okay. Not only that one, publisher, slowly observe here, publisher ID or name only. And now here, again, publisher address, these type of things I'm storing. For example, easily understandable. Okay. So many things I'm storing. For example, I am writing a what program, for example, through the program only, C program I'm writing, for example, through the program, I'm creating a what file only. In this file only, some data I'm storing. Okay, fine. But unfortunately, in the middle of the project, for example, in the middle of the project is going on. Suddenly, now here my manager asking only, yes, not only these details. Okay, so now some other extra details are required to store only in this project. They're asking, for example, Murali, you are a programmer. You so now store a what that publisher mail ID. For example, nowadays everyone having a mobile only. That's why publisher phone number and also publisher mail ID I want to store. They're asking. Whenever they're asking that one, so now publisher phone number and mail ID, Now what I am thinking, what you are thinking, latest programmer means nowadays programmer, just here that phone number and mail ID we are storing in a where directly in a where book file.txt we are thinking, but unfortunately not like that. In a olden days programming languages also, olden days flat file approach also, some mechanism is there. Suppose here book file.txt is there, here some information is there. Okay, fine. Yes, here. Some data is there. Here publisher. Okay, so now publisher. Okay, name or ID is there. Here publisher. Okay, fine. Here address is there. Okay. Now I want to store publisher phone number and okay, mail ID. In that case, just we are writing about same program modification and the data they are not storing in where in this book file. Again, in that new data means just whatever new data is there, that data, and also whatever old data, related data is there, suppose publisher name and address, those all the things putting in another file only. That is a methodology. They are writing about another program. Whenever they are writing about program, automatically some file is created in that new file only. Suppose here your imagination publisher. Okay, so now .txt for example. Okay, fine. Now here, yes, this is a file automatically created, another program they're writing. Okay, fine. In this flat file approach. In this one, they're storing a publisher name, they're storing old data, publisher, now here address they're storing. Again here, a new data. What is the new data? Publisher, mobile number, phone number. Okay, fine. And also publisher mail ID they're storing. Okay, fine. This is the way they're storing like this. But this type of mechanism you don't have an idea. This is outdated, old and days concept. Okay, fine. Yes, some programs are there. Those programs only maintain these files only in a hard disk. Okay, that is later diagrams. First observe it here. You don't have an idea. These all the things also. Just observe it 1 minute only. Here in these two files, book file.txt, publisher.txt is there. In these two files, any common or any common fields are there or not? Check it out. Yes, here publisher name is there. Here also publisher name is there. Here publisher address is there. Here also publisher address is there. That's why sometimes we are maintaining a multiple copies of the same data. This is a data. Now here. Sometimes we are maintaining a multiple copies of the same data in a different files only. This data is also called, as everyone knows, duplicate data or redundant data. That is everyone knows, duplicate data or redundant data only. But this duplicate data is not a problem. Another thing is based on this duplicate data. Another thing is a problem. What is that one means? Very, very important. The terminology I want only, very easy. Suppose this is a publisher address is there in this file and publisher address is there in this file only. Okay, fine. For example, this publisher address in this file only, one publisher address is a what in this file. Hyderabad is a address is there, for example. Here also Hyderabad is a address is there, publisher address presently. Okay, fine. Suddenly one of the book file programmer changing a what this publisher address in this book file only, Hyderabad into Mumbai. They are changing only. For example, they are modifying the data. Mumbai is a what? Yes, data they are changing only. Hyderabad is a address is changed into Mumbai in a book file.txt through the program, for example. Now these modifications are affected in a way in this publisher.txt file, otherwise never affected. Only one thing is correct. Anybody guess it? Guess it. You don't have an idea this one, but guess it only. Yes, very good. Yes, some fellows are telling correct. Yes, this Hyderabad address is not changed in a way in Mumbai, in a way publisher.txt. That's why, because this is a flat file program only. Every program having its own file, and also okay. So now whenever we are modifying data in one file, that is never affected in another file. Database means affected, but here this is not a database. Every program having its own file is there in a olden days approach only. In a later diagrams, you have an idea. This is a flat file approach. That's why whenever in this file, Hyderabad is a location, we are changing into where Mumbai, but this modification is never affected in a where publisher.txt. Still here Hyderabad only available in a publisher address in a where in a publisher.txt only. That's why these type of data is also called as, yes, anybody having idea computer terminology? This type of data is also called as inconsistency. Inconsistency is the biggest problem. Inconsistent data is the biggest problem in a flat file approach. Whenever we are modifying the data in a one file, that the modifications are never affected in another file, that is called inconsistency. Consistent data is not there throughout the project. Suppose here, I mean, anybody now here, yes, anybody, okay, so now we are going to where this book file .txt, okay, outside parser. And now here they are identifying a what, publisher address is about Mumbai in this file only. But unfortunately, they're identifying the same person address in a where in your publisher.txt, either Hyderabad is there. That's why one location as not same in a where another location only. That's why here this is called inconsistent data. Inconsistent data. Inconsistency is the biggest problem in a where flat file approach. But these inconsistency problems are never occurred in a future you are learning about databases. Why it is never occurred? What is that one means? I will tell you. That's why inconsistency is the biggest problem. So now here just the terminology I wanted. The thing is first time newcomer, no, that's why. And now first write it that one through that one databases why inconsistency problem never occurred, and also yes through that one commit and roll back how database systems working means you are understand about some terminologies. Write it some theory. In flat file approach, in flat file means so through the programs only they are storing the data. Okay, in flat file approach, sometimes we are maintaining multiple copies of the same data, multiple copies of the same data in different files. Different files means different locations, different files. This data is also called as duplicate data or redundant data. Duplicate data or redundant data. In flat file approach, this one. In flat file approach, whenever we are modifying this data, this duplicate data, then those modifications are never affected in another file. This is called inconsistency. This is called inconsistency. This is called inconsistency. Okay, this is bookish knowledge. Okay, but unfortunately, I'm not interested to tell like that. Actually, now onwards up to end of the class today, concentrate. Don't write it anything. Outside concept I am telling. What I am telling first, Yes, really, when the inconsistency problem is occurred in a very flat file approach, practically I'm showing. In a practical scenario side, in a project side, when the inconsistency problem is occurred, just better to know. In that case, you have an idea, then immediately I'm telling only in a databases, suppose Oracle, SQL Server, these databases are there in a future. No, we are learning. And now in those databases, why inconsistency problems are never occurred, just a small thing I'm telling. Reason I'm telling. Through that reason only, some terminology based only, commit and rollback, two commands are there. Through the architecture, I am showing you what practically and diagrammatically. That knowledge is very helpful. That is better. And now check it out. That is I want. Just up to that one, more patience is required. And now observe it here. Why this when this inconsistency problem is occurred in a flat file approach, practically observe it here. When the inconsistency problem is occurred in a practically in a flat file approach, the simple scenario I'm telling. In a reality side, when the inconsistency problem is occurred, means concentrate here. Simple. Suppose I'm a flat file programmer. Simple scenario, just observe it here. Really, what is inconsistency in a practical means you are understandable. Suppose in a flat file approach in a olden days, this one, for example, databases are not there. File 1 is there. Small scenario. So many scenarios are there. This scenario is through here also understandable. File 2 is there. 2 files are there. Whenever any employee joining in our company, that employee records are storing in file 1, and how many number of records are storing in file 2. That is my task in my project. This is a flat file approach, olden days approach. Okay, fine. This is a flat file approach. In this case, what is inconsistency means, observe it here. That easy. Suppose today one employee joining, A is an employee, his salary is a what? 5,000, for example. This total is called record in a terminology side. Now whenever this employee joining in my company, I am writing a what program only in a flat file programmer, then automatically that employee record is storing in this file only, A and 5,000. Employee name is A and salary is 5,000. This is one record only. Okay, fine. How many number of records are storing in a file 1? Yes, that data is storing in that number is storing in file 2 only. Okay, for example, some program. Again, suddenly in my project, okay, in my company today, another employee joining in a company. Observe it here, last scenario, another employee joining in a company. This employee name is B and 6,000 is a salary is getting only, for example. Now this record also storing in this file through the program only, B and 6,000, and also yes, how many number of records are there here? 1 and 2. A is a 1 record, B is a 2 records. So now 2 records are okay, automatically storing in a file 1. That's why 2 is a number, it will be storing in a file 2. For example, that's some scenario. Now last scenario, observe it here. Again, another employee joining in my company, and now C is an employee joining in a company. C is an employee, 7,000 is a salary. Whenever this employee joining in a company, this record also storing in in this file only. Now observe it here. Here only difference is there. C and 7,000. But unfortunately, whenever I am a flat file programmer, I am storing a what this employee record. Suddenly my system is crashed. Maybe any problem is occurred. Yes, any problem also occurred in the middle of the project only. Maybe any software problem, power is gone. Otherwise, hardware problem, any problem is occurred. Whenever I'm storing a what C is an employee, 7,000 is a salary, and now into my file 1 through the program, automatically, maybe suddenly my system is crashed. In the middle of the project, some problem is occurred. Whenever this problem is occurred, then my system is crashed only. Then my network administrator rebooting the system. Whenever they are rebooting the system, automatically, observe it here. Here, how many number of records are there? 1, 2, and 3 is there. Here, 3 is there. Here, how many number of records are there? 2 records are there. That's why one file is a 3 records are there. In a one file is a 2 records are there. That's why this is consistent data or inconsistent data. Inconsistent data. 3 means consistent data. 2 means consistent data. But here in a one file 3 records are there. Maybe in the middle of the project in a problem is occurred. One file only, now 3 now here yes records are there. Another file only 2 is there. That is called inconsistency. Why Murali sir telling about this scenario means, just observe it. You are a first time newcomer also. What you are understandable. Oh, maybe when the inconsistency problem is occurred in a flat file approach means, just in the middle of the project any problem is occurred, then only inconsistency problem is occurred. And now here, yes, consistent data is not there throughout the project only. Okay, fine. And now here, check it out. Slowly observe it here. Yes, in a database approach, okay, these type of problems are never occurred. Why and what is that one means? I will tell you. For example, suppose daily so many fellows are going to, so now here bank only, otherwise ATM centers, they are withdrawing the money. Okay, that's the best example. Through that one small thing I'm asking only, that is okay, correct or not, tell me. Suppose today you are going to wear ATM center, for example, one student is going to wear ATM center. Okay, fine. For withdrawing your money, that student having a what, 10,000 rupees are there, for example, simple example, 10,000 rupees are there, ATM center. Whenever 10,000 rupees are there, he is the luckiest person. 10,000 rupees are there. He decided to withdraw today 3,000 rupees, for example. All persons are okay, so now withdrawing a what, yes, year amount only properly. But suddenly, whenever he is going to wear in front of the ATM machine, and now here he is typing, he is inserting a what, ATM card, and also he is typing a what, so many options, and also PIN number also. And last only enter amount, he is a okay, so now enter amount is asking a what, ATM machine only. Now he is having a what, 10,000 rupees, and also he decided to withdraw which one, how much, 3,000 rupees, for example. Whenever he is typing a what, enter amount means 3,000, 30000, just press enter key, he is typing, for example. Whenever he decided to withdraw 3,000 rupees, that's why he is typing a what, 3,000 and press enter key. Suddenly system is crashed. Maybe any problem is occurred. Sometimes any problems are occurred or not, ATM machine also. Maybe he's the luckiest person. That's why, okay, so now here, yes, this problem is occurred. Whenever here the problem is occurred, in a ATM machine is crashed, for example, whenever he is typing a what, 3,000 and press enter key. Now I have a doubt, you have a doubt only. Now I have a doubt, small thing I'm asking. This is everyone telling correct answer. Now he is losing a what, 3,000 rupees, otherwise never lost 3,000 rupees. Very good. He is never lost 3,000 rupees. Why? Because these ATM missions are database projects or okay, flat file projects. Very good. These ATM missions, nowadays banking system is a what? Database projects. Database projects means in a middle of the projects, in the middle of the transaction, in a problem is occurred, then automatically that is rolled back, that is cancelled. If this is a power is gone or ATM machine crashed or anything, means that a transaction is cancelled only. In a database, those type of things are there. That's why always here he never lost aware vocation of here. He never lost that vocation of 3,000 rupees only. And now that is a ATM machine is a what, database projects. Okay, fine. That's why I observe it here, concentrate here. Oh, middle of the project, any problem is occurred, then only now here some problem is occurred, inconsistency problem is occurred in aware in a flat file approach. Now concentrate here. In a databases, why this inconsistency problems are never occurred? Why in the middle of the project also in a problem is occurred? Why inconsistency problems are never occurred? Means simple reason is there. Suppose here and now here, check it out. For example, this is a database approach is there. In a future, bank is there. Okay, fine. In a banking system is a what, database approach. Suppose here now small thing, observe it here. Now concentrate here. Suppose here, okay, so now this is a checking account is there. For example, in a bank only, checking account. Okay, fine. So many accounts are there. Checking account is there. And now whenever in a way checking account is there in a bank only, here now maybe $5,000 are there. Simple example. And now through this one easily understandable. Again here in a bank only, in a saving account is there. For example, in a bank only, this is saving account is there. Saving account. Okay, in this one here 6,000. Okay, so now sorry. And now here, yes, here and now 6,000 rupees are there. I want to transfer. Okay, what is my task means just in my project, what is my task? I want to transfer $1,000. Transfer and now here $1,000 from checking account to saving account, for example. Okay, fine. This is a database project. Suppose in a future Oracle, SQL Server, these databases we are learning. For example, banking projects are database projects. I want to, what is my task? I want to transfer $1,000 from checking account into saving account. How we are transferring? Very easy only. Just here you are creating a table in a future. Okay, bank is a table, something only you are creating. Okay, fine. Yes, don't write it. Why inconsistency problems are never occurring? Just a small thing I'm telling. Suppose in a bank is there in a columns format only, you are storing in a future account number, occasional balance, name. So many things are there. Okay, fine. And now here, check it out. In this bank is a table you are creating in a future in a database approach. In this one, account number, checking account is there. And now in this one, $5,000 are there, for example. In a saving account only, 4,000 or $6,000 are there, for example. And now observe it here. I want to transfer $1,000 from checking account to saving account. How can I miss? This is a data only. Here I want to transfer $1,000 from checking account to saving account. Means here we are withdrawing a what? Minus 1,000. Here we are adding a what? 1,000 only. Simple. But how we are we using a what? These type of things means just you are a database programmer in a future Oracle SQL server. These database programmer means you are writing a small piece of coding only. How you are writing a coding? Just don't write it. Only just observe it here. Here SQL prompt update is a command is there. In a future you are familiar. Update table name bank only. Don't write it. Just observe it here. Set here balance is equal to balance minus here 1,000 where account number is equal to yes checking account like this. Again we are writing a what? Another command we are adding. No, now here update, some commands are there. Update something is there. These are SQL commands. Update table name, set here balance is equal to balance plus, very good. Some fellows are telling plus 1,000 where account number something is there. In a future you are familiar here saving account. Now whenever we are writing about these type of small coding means automatically transferred. Okay, fine. But unfortunately, why inconsistency problems are never occurred? Whenever in the middle of the project any problem is occurred means inconsistency problem is never occurred means reason is there. Actually these are database software means here one command is there, no update is there, no here also one command is there, no. These set of commands, these set of statements which is used to solve a task, these set of commands are also called as transaction. In a database project side, this is also called as which one? Transaction. Suppose you are going to bank means yes, these type of terminologies you have an idea. Now withdrawing, withdrawal, okay, deposit, these are transaction, depositing a transaction, withdrawing a transaction, money transfer is a transaction, something only they are telling or not. Same like here also, these set of statements in a databases which is used to solve some particular task, that is called a transaction. Now every transaction internally having a what? Some properties are there. Internally having a what? Some properties are there. In a future you are learning, you are a database programmer means every transaction internally having a what? Some properties. Some computer students are well-known persons. What is that one means? Acid properties. A means atomicity, C means consistency, I means isolation, D means durability. In a future, one of the chapter side we are learning. Okay, atomicity, what is that one means? A means nothing is there. Whenever in the middle of the project, ATM center example I am telling, in the middle of the project, any problem is occurred means that is automatically cancel, either all or none only, automatically cancel. That is called rollback only in a future. Okay, that's why, yes, why inconsistency problems are never occurred in a database software means in a databases, transaction is a concept is there. That transaction, every transaction having a what? Which properties? As it is a properties are there internally, those properties only automatically maintain a what? Consistent data. That is a big concept. How it will be maintained means later I'm telling. But unfortunately today, what is that one? This A means atomicity, D means a durability. Through that one, yes, through that atomicity and durability, I am telling a what? Two concepts. Suppose here acid properties are there in a future. In that one, atomicity is a concept is there. Through that concept only, yes, they are introducing a what? A rollback is a command. What is rollback means? Today you are understandable. Very, very important. Now in a practically in a database side, rollback is a command. Again, another one is durability is a what? Something is there. Observe here. Yes, in a future durability we are learning only. Durability means durability now is a concept is there in a database side. Through this durability means saving only. Commit is a command. Save. Commit is a command only. They are introducing a what? Yes, here these two commands only in every database. Suppose Oracle you are learning. SQL Server you are learning, DB2 you are learning, MySQL you are learning. What is rollback? What is commit? Compulsory you must familiar. What is atomicity? What is durability means? That is experience is required with database systems, how it is working, some transaction mechanism. You have an idea, then only understandable. But these things first initial programmer doesn't know. That's why just observe it here. Oh, maybe practically I'm showing only today what is rollback, what is commit means. I am telling only. And now commit means save, and now rollback means cancel. Just observe it here. How you are understandable those commands in a database software side, Oracle, SQL Server, these type of software means. So now concentrate to 2 minutes only. Everyone understandable. Practically also I'm showing only. Suppose observe it here. Actually, whenever we are installing a Oracle or SQL Server or DB2 or any softwares also, database softwares also, we are loading in our system automatically. 2 parts are created. Slowly observe it here. Very important this one. In every occasion of software, database software we are installing in our system, automatically 2 parts are created. Suppose here this is a Oracle software. In a future we are loading Oracle Server. And now here this database we are installing means automatically 2 parts are created. This bottom part is called hard disk only. In a hard disk some files are there. Observe it here. Very interesting, very important. Again here this one is the transactions are going on. This is a RAM memory area. Something is executed, insert, update, delete in a where RAM memory area. RAM memory, and now here RAM memory area. Observe it here. Something is going on. Here so many files are there. Here data files, read log files, control files, so many files are there. That is not required for you. Here some buffers are there. Okay, fine. So slowly observe it here. Some buffers are there. Now check it out. Slowly observe it here. Slowly observe it. Practical I'm showing only these all the things. Now observe it here. This server daily we are interacting with the what? Some tool only. Suppose here in a future SQL plus is a tool is there. Don't write it only. SQL plus is a client tool is there. And now daily through this tool only you are interacting with the what? Yes, your username, password, something is there. And OK button is there. Daily we are interacting with the what? This server through the tool. Okay, I am also here also. Actually, your tables are available in a hard disk. Observe it here. Here tables only available in a hard disk. For example, table format only data is storing. Suppose here T1 is a table is there. For example, already table is there. I'm showing you practically. Here T1 is a table. Here S number is a column. For example, in this T1 table, here some data is there. 1, 2, 3, 4 is a data is there. Now check it out. Here username and password is there. Practically I'm showing you. Don't write it. Observe it here. Suppose this a table is there in a hard disk. Now here I am typing. You are typing only. Observe it here. Commit and rollback easily understandable. Now check it out. Here I am typing a what? Some command only. SQL command. Select a star from table. For example, ST1 is a table. Whenever I am typing a what this command, automatically this tool is control goes to where? Directly hard disk only. Again that occasion a table it will be retrieved and displayed only. Everyone thinking that is wrong one. Yes, this whenever we are typing a what this command, directly control does not goes to where? In a hard disk. Always in a C, C++, Java, .NET, these type of languages side, whenever we are submitting in a program, where that programs are executed in a RAM memory area or in a hard disk, very good, in a RAM memory area. Same like here also, whenever we select star from table name, some command is there in SQL, don't worry, in a databases. And now here, yes, whenever we are typing this command means automatically first control goes to where? Goes to where? Which one? Yes, in a RAM memory area in this buffer. In this buffer, this table is not available. Whenever this table is not available, T1 table is not available, then control goes to where? In a hard disk only. In a hard disk, this table is available, then automatically copy of this table. Here, copy of this table is transferred into where? In a buffer. Observe it here. Here, copy of the table only. Here, observe it here. Copy of the table is transferred into where? Transferred into where? Here, T1 is a table. Copy of the table is transferred into where? Buffer. And then only this table is retrieved into where? Retrieved into where? Client tool. That's why here only now T1 table is visible. Practical I'm showing only. Observe here. T1 table is visible. Here 1, 2, 3, 4 data is visible in a where? In a client tool. Okay, this is the thing happened. Now check it out. What is commit? What is rollback means? Now I'm telling. Suppose I want to change this 1 into where? 1 into where? For example, some data is there. 1 into where? 5. Okay, for example, in a future. I want to change this 1 into 5 means how can I? Just we are typing a what? Some commands in a future. SQL prompt only update command is there. Don't write it. Just scenario observe here, update table name T1, here set here S number is equal to 5, where S number is equal to 1, for example. Whenever we are typing a what, this one, okay, some comments are there. Just observe it. I want to change 1 into 5 means here new value. What is the new value? 5. What is the old value? 1 only. But that new value for the transaction is storing in a where? Storing in a where? In a buffer only, some place. Observe it here. In a new value for the transaction, 5 is storing in a where? Some place. Okay, fine. In a buffer. And also old value for the transaction. Old value, how much? Here 1 only. 1 is storing in a where? In a buffer. In a buffer only. Just I am typing a what, observe it here. Yes, here I am typing a what, just commit. Commit means save only. Just I am typing a what, commit here. Whenever I am typing a what, commit, he commit means save only, don't worry. Just what is the new value for the transaction? New value how much? 5. This 5 is permanently stored in a where? Hard disk. How much easy? Oh, maybe commit means save the transaction permanently into where? Hard disk. In a disk only the data is storing permanently. And now here permanently. Suppose I am not giving a what, commit. I am not giving a commit. Just I am typing a what in a future. Rollback is a command. Observe here. Rollback is a command in every database also. Whenever we are using a rollback means what is meant by rollback? This 5 is again changed into where 1. That is undo the transaction. Yes, whenever we are using a rollback, what happened? This one old value is there. No, this one old value automatically transfer into where new value place. That's why always rollback is nothing but a what? Undo the transaction from memory. Observe here. Rollback is nothing but a what? Undo the transaction. This one is transferred into where? 5 place only. Here, that's why undo the transaction from memory is called rollback in a feature in a database software side. And also new value for the transaction permanently stored in a hard disk. That is nothing but a what? Commit. Save the transaction permanently in a hard disk is called yes, so commit only. And also undo the transaction from memory is called rollback. That much of easy in a practical. That's why practically different, theoretically different in a database. So now check it out. Suppose here, now don't write it only, really that is correct or not, check it out. I am creating a table in a feature. T1 is a table, for example. S number is a column, number like this only. Just observe it here. In a feature, you are also familiar these type of things only. Okay, fine. Just idea purpose. Okay, now check it out. Suppose their demo class, no, just small thing I'm telling. And now here 1 is there, here 2 is there, here 3 is there, here 4 is there. In a feature, I'm counting the transaction, saving only. And now here select the star from what is the table? T1 is a table is there. Now the T1 table is available in a hard disk. Okay, fine. Now I'm exit from the database. Observe here. Now the data is available in a hard disk. For example, in a feature, just I'm opening a what, a client tool, this SQL plus client tool. Here some username, password I'm typing. Okay, in a feature concept. Okay, fine. Now check it out, slowly observe it here. In a hard disk only that table is there. For example, in a hard disk only T1 table is there. Okay, yeah. This is a buffer in a memory area. Okay, fine. Yes, here. Now I am typing a what, some command. I want to retrieve this table information into this client tool. How can I? Just I am typing a what, select the star from something commands are there in a feature. Yes, T1. Automatically it will be retrieved or not. How it will be working? Already I'm telling only what is that what. First control goes to memory area. Memory area, this table is not available means hard disk to copy of the table is transferred to memory area. Then only it will be this one. Now suppose here this one is changed into where 5. I want to change only. Possible or not? Possible. In a future, some database concepts are there. What is that one? Update table name. What is the table name? T1. Here set S number is equal to 5. Where now here S number is equal to 1 in a feature. Whenever we are typing a what, this one automatically 1 is changed into where 5 only. And now here check it out. Suppose here T1 is a table. Here 1 is changed into where 5 or not. Now where it is affected, this transaction, where a memory or hard disk? Very good, in a memory only. And now in this memory only, and now here in this memory only 5 is their new value and old value 1 is there. Okay, fine. Now yes, I want to change again 1 into 5 into 1 means I want to undo the transaction, roll back. I want to cancel the transaction, same like a okay ATM center example. I'm telling you, roll back, cancel the transaction. Now how can I want to change a what, this 5 into 1 means just we are typing a what, which command? Roll back is a command. Here just I'm typing a roll back is a command. Then automatically select the star from what is the table is there. T1 is the table. Then automatically yes, okay, so 1 is changed, 5 is changed into where 1 is there or not. Cancel. That rollback means undo the transaction from memory. This one observed here, rollback is nothing but a what? Undo the transaction from memory. Suppose now check it out, just observe it here. Now again I want to change a what? This now here observe it here. Yes, so 1 into 5. Again I'm changing a what? 1 into 5 and also 1 into 5 only. Okay, fine. Yes, here. This transaction is a what affected in a memory. Okay, 5 and also 1 is there. Okay, fine. Here on disk is there, for example. And now I want to save means commit only. That's the new value for the transaction permanently stored into where? Hard disk only. And now check it out. Just we are typing a what? Which command? Durability means commit command only. Commit I'm using. Whenever I'm using a what? Commit means select a star from that is permanently storing in a new value for the permanently storing in a where? In a hard disk. Select star from what the table is there? T1 only table. Yes, here automatically 5 is there or not? Yes, here. Now I try to use a rollback. Working or not working? Anybody guess it? I try to use a what? A rollback only. Working or not working? Anybody? I want to use a what? A rollback. Here rollback. I'm cancel the what? 5 into 1 only. Are now possible or not possible? Very good, not working. Why? Because that is permanently stored in a hard disk only. Memory is gone. Okay, so memory transactions are gone. Very good. Yes, I'm using a what? A rollback also. Not working. Now here, check it out. Select the star from here T1. Okay, fine. Like this only. Again, 5 is there or not? That's why these type of practically very easy in a future. Now here just that's why what I'm intimating to you is practically very easy only transaction. All the things one by one slowly we are learning. But it is a demo, no? So that's why just what I'm intimating to you, whenever we are modifying the data one location, that is never affected in a where another location, that is called inconsistency. But why inconsistency problems are not occurred in a future in a database software means some transaction is a concept is there. In that transaction, some concepts are there, what properties are there, acid properties. Those acid properties only automatically maintain consistent data. I'm telling that's all. Through that A atomicity, D is a durability, through that properties only, yes, yeah, okay, answer yes, SQL provided, yes, atomicity through row cancel only, that is a rollback is a command, yes, okay, durability is a what saving only, that is called commit is a command, they are providing only those commit and rollback commands practically we are learning. That's why without any knowledge of the where acid properties, those all the things also, yes, commit and rollback very easily understandable or not. That's why database systems practically easy and theoretically means some knowledge is required. That's why we are learning about all the things in a practically, just a small idea purpose only I'm telling. That's why commit means what is that one? Commit is a keyword used in a very database software means which one? What is the meaning of this one? Save. And what is save mechanism? It is used to save the what? A new transaction into the where? New value for the transaction is permanently saved into where? Hard disk only. Very good. And now here, what is rollback? Rollback means cancel. Which one is cancel? Yes, memory area or okay, in a hard disk. Very good. Memory area. What is the which was on a rollback means undo the transaction from which one? Memory. Undo the transaction from memory. How much easy that one? Yes, those things only we have to remember. Okay, just in a future database concept, just remembering purpose only those commands I'm introducing only. Okay, na? This extension and also diagrammatically flat file drawbacks only. Then databases we are starting only. Those are all the things. Tomorrow I will tell you. Tomorrow look at. Okay, yeah. Just a small idea only. Some terminology purpose only that. Tomorrow I will tell you remind.